What's up, Brat Babes? It's your girl Amira Ali, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to the Brat Babes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So y'all, I'm actually about to straighten out my hair, and normally while I straighten out my hair, I like to watch like YouTube videos. I like to catch up on vlogs. I like to do anything because honestly, TikTok has killed my attention span, and it is so hard for me to truly like focus in on one thing sometimes when I'm just sitting around doing nothing. So I like to like always watch shows or watch YouTube while I'm doing my skincare, while I'm cooking, while I'm doing my hair. But this time I was like, while I straighten out my hair real quick, let me give y'all a little story time on a girl's trip gone wrong. Now, I don't really do a lot of story times. I am such a good storyteller, or so I have heard. And I actually love telling stories. I'm just one of those people who are overly dramatic, and I just love telling stories. Like, it used to be so crazy when I was in college. We would come back from break, or from summer break or winter break, Thanksgiving break or whatever, and my classmates would be like, Amira, you ain't got no stories? They were just always entertained by my stories. And while story times can definitely be entertaining, I want you guys to also know I'm doing this for educational purposes. I do believe that through every story time and through every experience, there is always a lesson to be learned. If I already made the mistake, I'm glad I made it so that you don't have to, and you can learn from it. So we are going to be talking about what happened on my girls trip to Atlanta, honey. Normally the girls fall out when they go to Miami, but my trip was in Atlanta, and we are going to get into it. If you know, you know. I think I told this story a few years ago, so we're actually about to get into it. I never did it for YouTube. Another reason why I held on for so long to do story times is because I never wanted any drama to start ever. I feel like sometimes with story times, someone can feel triggered, even though you are using no names or nothing that can identify them. People can start to feel triggered and be like, what? Wait. And they want to tell their side of the story. And I am just telling the story from my perspective. I think in this world, everybody has their own world in their mind, you know, like everybody is looking through a different set of eyes. Okay, everything is perspective. That's just basically it. So my perspective may be different from how other people's perspective is, but I am a very logical person. I like to think so, and I like to just see things from multiple different angles. So we are going to be getting right into it, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you grab your popcorn, your wine, your everything. Okay, so yes, besides myself, there are 3 people involved in this story. I have a friend named Winnie, and I also have a friend named Bianca. I have it all written down in my notes, you guys, because I sometimes can jump around, and I'm gonna try my best not to do that in this story time. And I'm just gonna straighten my hair real quickly. I'm using this Fantasia heat protectant spray. If you know, you know. It's so freaking good. And yeah, I was just honestly tired of the curls and brushing through them. Yes, one of my friends' name is Winnie. That is my girl. And I also have a new friend. Her name is Bianca. Now, me and Winnie have been friends for years and years on years, and she will come in later in the story time. Just remember Winnie. But now, as far as Bianca, me and her met on social media. Now I am very wary about making friends on social media just because of other experiences. Not really with Bianca. Honestly, me and her never had any type of weird vibes or anything going on, but this is just my personal experience with meeting people on social media. Sometimes I do feel like it can be a little, I don't know, it's not that it's bad. I do think there are a lot of great friendships that can come from social media, but I think now, because of everything I went through, I'm a little like, I second guessed it. Before, I used to be like, oh girl, you like my story, you supporting me, I'm supporting you, let's be friends. But now I'm just a little bit more wary of it, you know, like my discernment is at an all-time high when it comes to that. So anyway, me and Bianca became friends from social media. We became cool, we became mutuals, and me and her even hung out a few times, and the vibes were great. Like, she's so cool, so pretty, so fun. Like, we had a lot of fun together. So now, a few months into our friendship, she wants to go and have a birthday dinner. Now at this time of my life, I'm really not big on birthday dinners, but at that time, like, I definitely was, and I didn't mind it. So I went to her birthday dinner. Now, while I'm there, I hear one of her friends say Amira. The reason why I was so shocked that somebody knew my name is because for a while I only went by what my name means, which is princess. So when somebody said Amira, I'm like, this is somebody that knows me. A lot of people were only calling me princess, and I know that probably sounds mad funny to y'all, but my name is Princess, and that's the name that I went by for a little bit. You know what? I'm getting thirsty off, so you know what I need. Let's get it right. Somebody was like, Amira, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, hey. So at this point, my following on TikTok is not really too huge. So, you know, I'm not thinking like this person knows me from social media. I was just like, hey girl, what's up? She was like, do you remember me? We're gonna call her Jessica. My name is Jessica. We met a few years ago in summer camp. And so I'm like, no, I don't remember. And it's so weird that I didn't remember her because I'm really good with faces, y'all. I'm really good with faces. I'm like, why don't I remember her? But then she told me she was a year under me, like she's a year younger than me. And I'm like, that's probably why. But her name definitely sounded familiar. Like, I remember her name, I just didn't remember her face. And I'm really good with remembering people. So from there on, like, we had a great time at the dinner. Me, Bianca, and Jessica, we are vibing at the dinner. I'm sitting next to Jessica. We're talking the whole time, catching up. Like, it's a vibe, y'all. We're having fun. So finally, the night ends. Not too long after the dinner, me, Jessica, and Bianca make a group chat. It's like, why not? I'm already getting, like, you know, getting to know Bianca a little more. And if I already am acquainted with Jessica, why not just all of us come together? So we made a group chat. We was kind of like talking in the group chat, you know, often. We made plans to hang out. We were hanging out. Like, we were having fun, y'all. It was perfect. So now that's that. The friendship is growing between us three. Now, remember Winnie. Winnie now accomplishes something that she really wanted to accomplish. And to celebrate that, we were going to take a little girls trip to Atlanta. So we like, why not? Like, girl, you just got this good news. You were working on it. Like, let's go. Now, around the time we planned the trip to Atlanta, it was also around the time of Jessica's birthday. So when she was like making birthday plans, I was telling her like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to go simply because I'm going to Atlanta, you know, with Winnie. She's, you know, celebrating this, that. And she was saying, oh, she would love to come. You know, she'll invite her friends. I was like, sure, like, no problem. Let me know. We'll get like a big Airbnb or whatever the case. Like, no worries. Anyway, long story short, she ended up saying that she wasn't going to be able to come. And even if she was to come, she would get a separate stay with her sister or whatever the case. So I was like, okay, cool. So me and Winnie went ahead. We booked our flights. We booked the Airbnb. Our Airbnb was only like, let's say $160. So it was like $80 per person. It really was not expensive whatsoever. It probably wasn't, actually it wasn't no more than like $200, I would say. So it was like really inexpensive. So now we book it and, you know, we're all hanging out. We're all still talking here and there. Now this trip is booked, I want to say a month before Jessica's birthday. So now, closer to her birthday, she hits me back up like, oh my gosh, my plans fell through with my sister or my other friends, whoever it was, because I'm really not sure. And she was like, can I come with you guys? And I was like, sure, because we had an Airbnb, and although it was a 1-bedroom, because initially it was only me and my best friend going, it still had an extra bed and a sofa bed. And even if she wasn't comfortable staying in the living room, which she didn't have to, we had a king-size bed. It's like, girl, we could all squeeze up in there, like, please, like, we could all squeeze up in this little king-size bed and we gonna make it work, okay? Because I know how I would feel. I wouldn't want to be alone in the living room right by the door. You know, I wouldn't want that. So now she lets me know basically she wants to come. So I told her the price that we paid for the Airbnb, and I'm like, if you want to come, let's say it was only like $40 for her to put in. It was nothing crazy. It was definitely like somewhere between $40 to $80. I'm like, that's all you'll have to put in, and then you just get your flight. She was like, okay, cool. You know, she's sending me ideas of things that she want to wear for her birthday while we're out there, and like we're really talking, you know, we're just like ready for the trip. We're excited. We're young. We're ready to go out and turn up, honey. So now it's probably like 3 days before the trip, and Jessica still didn't send her portion of the money for the Airbnb. So at this point, I really don't know if she's coming or not. I don't know if she got her flight. I know that, you know, she said okay to the price, and because it was really cheap, and you know, we're talking about outfits and things like that, but she never really told me if she got her flight or if she was coming. So I had, you know, just texted her. I was like, hey girl, you know, I just want to make sure if you're still coming with us, because you know, I haven't heard anything. You haven't told me if you got your flight or you paying for the stay or anything like that, because before I bring another person to the Airbnb, I definitely want to let the owner know, like, hey, instead of 2 people, it's going to be 3. At this, you know, I really care about my accounts. I'm one of those people, when it comes to my Uber ratings, anything, like, I want to make sure I have good reviews as well, because I know on Airbnb, it can review you. So I just wanted to make sure that was super clear. I don't believe that I got a response from her until, like, the next day, which is probably, like, 2 days or, like, a day before the trip now. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to come. She sent her money, sent me her flight time so that we know to wait for her in the airport or whatever the case. Now let's go. We're gonna fast forward to Atlanta. We get to Atlanta. Like I said, me and my friend Winnie, we had already booked our flights together, so we had the same flight. We're there. We're waiting for Jessica. Jessica finally pulls up. I believe like an hour later. Nothing crazy. We meet up with her. We're lit. You know, I got my vlogging camera out. I'm vlogging. This is footage that never made the internet, thank God, because telling this story would have been impossible. This is before YouTube, so I definitely did not post any vlogs, but I had my camera out with intent to post it. She started vlogging the trip as well. She was like, oh my gosh, you vlog it too. Let me pull out my phone. Let me vlog. I'm like, yes, like this is memories, girl. First stop, we go to Juicy Crab. That's always the first stop when I touch Atlanta. I'm sorry, I need that boil. So we go to Juicy Crab. We get some really, really good food, and time to pay the bill. Now, like I said, me and this girl have went out before in our hometown, so I never seen anything like any problems with money or anything like that. But I do remember when the bill came, put our cards down, and she was kind of just looking left and right. I really didn't think nothing of it, y'all. My friend Winnie is very, very observant, so she's looking and like, what? But I'm not really paying no mind. I'm on my phone or whatever the case. And I guess it was when the waiter came and was like, hey y'all, is everybody cards here? I don't believe she said anything, and it was my friend Winnie who was like, no, you didn't put your card. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm just not that person, y'all. I'm very scary when it comes to money. I don't like talking about money. I don't like asking people for money. If somebody asks me for money and I give it to them, I don't like asking for it back. I'm just like that. I don't know why. I just do not like talking about money. I think money just ruins so many relationships, and I just don't like it. Anyway, I think she ended up putting her card down after that, and now we get to the Airbnb. So we get to the Airbnb. She shared with us that this is an Airbnb she was familiar with. She also stayed here before or whatever. Now, fast forward, we get ready for the night. We go out. This is like our first time all going out and together. So we lit, like we ready. We just had got some food. We had some girl talk before we got ready, and we just ready to turn up. So we get to the spot. It's a good time. We're drinking, smoking hookah. We met a few people there, a few other girls, and we just turning up like we had fun. Jessica wants to go to a second spot, and she was like, but I want to go home first and I want to freshen up. Mind y'all, it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock. Now, see, one thing about me, I'm just gonna make this clear. This is why you must travel with people that you know and people that know you. I had to make it crystal clear. If we go back to the Airbnb, I'm not coming back outside. I just had to make that clear. I'm like, girl, I'm not at that age where I'm about to go back home, change, and come back. I'm just not doing that. Like, I know once I see the bed and I touch it, it's quiet. It's a goner. That's it. So she understood that, and she was like, no, let's go, let's go. We still went back, and exactly what I said was gonna happen happened. So I went to sleep. Like, I already know myself. That's the thing with being self-aware. Like, I know myself. I knew I was not going to stay up. I went to sleep. Winnie ended up going to sleep as well. So Jessica ended up feeling some type of way, and I mean, rightfully so. I would kind of be a little mad because it's like, dang, I wanted to finish the night. I wanted to have some fun. She probably thought that I was joking. Like, I don't know, but I can understand and see 100% her frustration, because it's like, it's our first night out of town. I want to enjoy the night. Like, I 100% get it. But also, in my defense, I made it very clear that I was not coming back outside. I mean, it was crystal clear. Okay, the next day we wake up, we go to breakfast. I believe we went to the Breakfast Club and we got some breakfast. We kind of like talked it over, and we were just like, look, like tonight we're outside because this is the night that goes into Jessica's birthday. And I'm like, listen, we are gonna be outside as long as we do not go back home. Like, that's it. As long as we don't go back out home, I'm fine. Go to the Breakfast Club, and I believe the aquarium in Atlanta is right near the Breakfast Club. So we went to the aquarium because this was Jessica's idea. She's like, I've never been, and this is something I really wanted to do. Okay, cool, girl, let's go. So we go, and I believe the tickets, I don't remember exactly how much the tickets were, to be completely honest. Let's say they're like $30. So when we got to the kiosk to buy the tickets and she saw the price, she was like, nah, I don't want to do it. So we was like, okay, like I didn't really care to go to the aquarium. It's really not something that like I wanted to do. So when she said that she didn't want to go, I had absolutely no problem with it. I'm like, okay, like let's just find something else to do. We ended up going back to the Airbnb. We were just relaxing, talking, chilling, and now, like I said, this is the night going into Jessica's birthday. So we get ready, we turn it up, like we kind of pre-gaming in the Airbnb because we're ready. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We already know we ain't coming back home. We getting everything together from now, so we don't gotta come back home. But first we go to a restaurant. We went to a really nice restaurant. They had hookah, they had drinks. The waiter was so nice. The waiter was giving the birthday girl, which was Jessica, giving her like a free shot. She ended up giving all of us free shots. She was just nice. Like, she was trying to set the tone for the birthday. But I'm kind of realizing Jessica has a little bit of like an attitude. I don't know if it's like an attitude or if she's like not in the mood. You know, I know a lot of people get birthday blues, so I don't know if she was still a little upset about the night before. I don't know, but I'm giving her that space because I'm not that type of person that's like, oh, what's wrong? I give people their space to fill out their emotions, and I hope that they come to me and speak to me if they feel some type of way. So I do remember asking if everything was okay. She said yeah, and I'm gonna leave it there. Like, I feel like at that point we are all adults. If you feel some type of way, I'm giving you that space 100% to come and tell me when you are ready after I ask you what's wrong. Now the waiter is like setting the vibe, and she's so gloomy, right? So she's gloomy the entire time we're in the restaurant. Finally, we leave, and she wanted to go to one of the clubs in Atlanta. So we go to the club, the first one. I believe the entry fee was $40, right? So I had cash. Winnie and Jessica did not have cash. So Winnie and Jessica did not have any cash. So Winnie and Jessica go to the ATM. While they're at the ATM, they come back without cash, and they were like, we're just gonna leave, we're just gonna leave. Jessica ended up saying she did not want to pay the entry fee, she just wants to go somewhere else. Mind you guys, we're taking Uber. So we took an Uber to the dinner place, we took an Uber to this club, now we're about to take another Uber to another place. Mind you, the places that we're going to, they're a little crowded. So it's not like an Uber is 2 minutes away. Like we're waiting 10 minutes for an Uber, 20 minutes for an Uber. So we go to the second spot now. The second spot is a little, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little dry, it's a little dead, but it's like an hour now before Jessica's birthday. And I'm like, girl, like cheer up, come on, like we're gonna have a good night. Like I even offered to purchase a bottle. I said, girl, I will buy you a bottle. I really want you to enjoy your birthday. I'm sorry about last night, but I want you to have fun. Like, you know, she's kind of just sitting there gloomy, she's on her phone. Jessica is kind of like taking videos of what's going on, but she's not really interacting, she's not really having fun at all. I'm not even gonna lie, it looked like she was so upset and she was so bored. Now I don't know what was going through her head, I cannot speak for her, but I just seen the vibe and I was trying to do my best to make her feel better. At the time while most of this is going on, my other friend Winnie is in the bathroom because she took so many shots from the free shots from the waiter. She went to the bathroom to kind of get herself together. Me and Jessica are by herself and I'm like, girl, come on, like I just want to have fun, I want you to have fun, I want to put a smile on your face. Like I take birthdays seriously, I know I like to enjoy my birthday and I want everyone around me to be able to enjoy their birthday, but she's kind of still like, so I don't buy it. I just get us all a round of drinks and we're just drinking, we're chilling, and we were sitting in one area and then I believe the people who reserved that section ended up coming and we had to move, which is also why I wanted to buy a bottle, because I'm not that type of girl who likes to go from table to table. When I go out with my friends, I like us to have a section. We're wearing heels, you know, I want to sit down. So that was a part of the reason I also wanted to buy a bottle. I wanted to enjoy your birthday and I wanted us to have somewhere to sit. We ended up having to move. We moved to another table and we're just sitting, drinking, listening to the music. And then it's like now it's 2 minutes before her birthday and she's still like, I'm just like, okay now, like I don't know what to do no more. I don't know what to do. All I know to do is that when your birthday comes, I'm just gonna sing happy birthday to you. I'm gonna try to give you a hug and whatever, and that's exactly what happened. We ended up leaving shortly after that because the vibes were just not there at all. So now we go back to the hotel. We probably get back to back to the Airbnb. We get back to the Airbnb, I would say like probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. Pick up my makeup, get myself together. Me and Winnie go to bed. I remember Jessica staying in the living room. Like I think she was on her phone scrolling. So you know, we all grown. I'm not gonna be like, girl, come to bed. When you're ready to come to bed, you go come to bed. We go to sleep. The next morning, Winnie wakes up very early, kind of like me. I believe Winnie got up to go use the bathroom, maybe like 5 or 6, and she's like, and she comes back in the room and she's like, Amira, Jessica's gone. I said, gone? What you mean she's gone? Gone? What? She's like, no, all her stuff is gone and the door is open. I said, what you? I said, now you got me all the way messed up. Okay, like all the way messed up. So I get up to, the door is open. When I tell y'all open, I mean open. Mind y'all, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the story, when we originally got to our Airbnb and I told y'all that Jessica was sharing that she stayed here before and she kind of knew the area, she was like, girl, it be mad crackheads around here. It be mad crackheads here. Like, you gotta be careful, you gotta be careful. And we were seeing a lot of them as well. I believe this was like on Peachtree or whatever, but we were seeing that as well when we were going to the corner stores and stuff like that. So we knew the type of area we were staying in for the weekend. It's like, why would you even leave the door open? And if you did want to leave, why you didn't just let us know so that we can come lock the door? I mean, we could have woken up and been in somebody's truck. We could have been dead. Somebody could have did anything to us. I mean, now we're talking about safety. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, even if you're mad, you feel some type of way, you have an attitude, at the end of the day, we come together, we leave together. And if you do want to change your plans and leave with somebody else, girl, that's fine. But communicate that, hey y'all, I'm leaving, come lock the door, period. Took all her belongings, left the door wide open, and so anybody can just literally come take us. And now I'm upset. So the first thing I did was call her. I'm calling her. I texted her. I said, hey Jessica, you good? Calling her, she's not answering. I said, let me go watch the Instagram story to see if she posted anything. I go watch the girl Instagram story while she linked up with, I guess, some guys that she knew already in Atlanta. She linked up with them. She's posted that, you know, she was with them at a lounge. I guess she ended up going out with them when we went to sleep. She went out with them or whatever the case. I said I had just called and texted her, and I'm watching her story and I see she's back at the Breakfast Club where we went for breakfast the previous day, and she had posted it, let's say it was like 5 minutes ago. So girl, you're up. You're up, you're on your phone, and this is somebody who posts in real time. I don't post in real time anymore. You know, it's very rare that I do. So it's not like I'm posting something, it was days ago. Like, she was somebody who posted in real time. So I knew that this was recent. I'm like, why would she do that? So now, like, girl, are you okay? What's going on? Like, who are you with? Like, I'm literally baffled. baffled, y'all. I'm so baffled. And even though I am so upset that she left us out to dry like that, and God forbid anything would have happened to us, I'm still trying to make sure she's okay. Never answered me, nothing. I remember I just ended up blocking her. To this day, I'm such a blocker. Like, I'm gonna protect my peace, honey. So I remember I blocked her number, I blocked her off all social medias, and now our friend from back home, I was hanging out with, Bianca, I called her up. I'm like, have you heard from Jessica? Like, is she okay? She's like, yeah, she told me everything. She called me last night. And I'm like, she called you last night and said what? Oh, well, she was already speaking to me about the trip from the first night when y'all went to sleep, and she kind of felt some type of way that, you know, y'all were being grandmas and this, that. She did tell me last night what happened, and I did instruct her to talk to y'all first, but she didn't want to. She's grown. And I said, cool. You know, I'm not even mad about it, but it's just like, at least I would think that you're my friend, but I know you're also her friend. I'm not saying that you gotta come to me and be like, girl, this is what Jessica is saying, but a little heads up would have been nice. I'm not blaming our friend from home, Bianca. I believe that she was just being neutral and doing the best that she could. Given the situation, she didn't want to like be in the middle of it. She didn't want to start any drama. The heads up would have been nice. You know, it's like, I'm calling you and I'm thinking you don't even know what's going on. Girl, you know what's going on. I did say the story from my perspective to Bianca when I was on the phone with her, and clearly the story that Jessica told was completely different. But like I said, their perspective is everything in this world, so it was just her perspective. She said that we were being grandmas and we were doing this and that, and I just remember me and Winnie, we enjoyed the rest of our day. We ended up going to get breakfast. I think I was just more so, one, disappointed because our safety was put in jeopardy, and two, I felt like we had so many deep conversations while we were there, like a lot of girl talk, and it's like you felt so comfortable in, like, you told me some personal things, and it's like, to think that you could have told me all of that but you couldn't come and sit down and tell me that you felt some type of way about whatever was a little like side-eye to me. I was so upset. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I never spoke to the girl again. I blocked her, I deleted her off everything, and I just never spoke to her. Me and Winnie went about our day. We went and got breakfast, we chilled, we got our stuff together, we packed, and then we came back home the next day, and that was just that. But I say all of this to say, know who you are traveling with. You cannot travel with everybody. This is the learning lesson, and this is the key takeaway from this story time. You cannot travel with everybody. Everybody is not a travel friend. Some people are, I go to dinner with them friends. Some people are a come over friend. It's very nice if you have an everything friend that you can do everything with. However, it's not always like that, you know? And I say this to say that a lot of the times, you know, you want friendship so much, and we kind of want that friend we can do everything with, and I definitely understand that, and I empathize with that 100%. I think that we just need to be very careful. This is just with anybody in general, not only friends, with friends, relationships, family. You got to be careful what you tell people, who you travel with, who you go places with, just everything. Like, I just say that to say, know your friends. Don't travel with people that you do not know. That's another reason why you really don't see me on big girls trips, especially with a whole bunch of people I don't know. It's mainly people that I do know, because it's always something. It's too many people, too many personalities. Something is always happening, and I hate that. When I travel and I'm spending my money to be somewhere, I want to have fun. I want it to be good vibes. I want us to be chilling. I want us to be relaxing. Like, I don't want it to be like any weird vibes, you know? So just be very, 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 very careful who you travel with. Be careful who you tell your business to and everything. My camera is dying, but that's basically the end of the story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments, and I'm gonna see y'all in another story time. Let me know if y'all even want more story times. Love y'all.